In honor of the new Captain America film coming out, which is going to be starring Anthony Mackie, we're going to be looking through his training regimen and what he's done to essentially build his physique. Because the person who typically plays Captain America, well, Chris Evans, as we can see here, has always been known for a pretty good physique, and he's made some pretty sick transformations over the years. It's going to be interesting to see what Anthony Mackie can do. Well, the film's probably already been filmed, just probably in post-production, editing, all that kind of stuff. But it'd be interesting to see like pictures of him, if he has his top off in any of the like scenes or anything like that. And it'd be interesting to see how his physique has kind of changed, because this was Chris Evans. You can see he made a pretty sick transformation. And this is kind of him before. He's always kind of like slim built and had some kind of muscle mass for him, but he really bulked up for the Captain America role. Let's see. Yeah, he kind of had a, we can't say average, but it's pretty good, because most 90% of people aren't going to look like him, how he did without even lifting weights. So as you can see here, he really bulked up massively for his role. Anyways, let's get into Anthony Mackie's physique and see what he's kind of looking like. This was them in a shot together. As you can see, Chris Evans got some good arms here. Anthony Mackie's more cover up right here, so we can't see what he's truly looking like. But as a film, actually, I don't know if you guys have seen the film. It's called Pain and Gain, and it's a hell of a film. It's starring The Rock, Anthony Mackie, and I can't remember who the other, Mark Wahlberg. As you can see, he's got a bad physique. Nice shoulders here, a bit of a chest going on here, some decent arms. He's got a pretty decent physique, if we're being completely honest. This is a nice little shot as well, so you can see the shoulders and arms. Okay, and this is the film he did, Pain and Gain. This picture doesn't really show. Let's see if we can find a better one. Here's some better shots where he's looking like it. Obviously, he's got like some muscle mass, but he's got like loads of muscle mass, of course, because in his roles, he typically isn't playing like a bodybuilder, right? But you can see here, got a nice little chest going on. He's fairly lean. He hasn't got like crazy high body fat percentage. He looks like someone who's probably always been naturally kind of slim, as you can see here. Maybe even skinny fat, but there isn't really many pictures to truly reveal what he's looking like before. Let's see if we can find some. Google and see if we can find. Okay, we're getting some better stuff here. Okay, this is a good shot here. So here you can really see his chest is kind of sticking out a lot more. Okay, this looks pretty good. Arms looking solid. He hasn't really got any abs popping through, but he's got a nice flat stomach. But you can see he's got a decent little physique right here. And now we're going to go into what he's been doing in terms of exercise to build this nice little physique. So this is a video from Men's Health. I'll put a link in the description box so you guys can see. This was around 3 years ago, and they're probably speaking about some.
Cool. My goal with my meal plan was to lean out. I find that because I lift heavy, I tend to bulk easily. So I try to use my diet to cut as much fat as possible.
Okay, cool. Basically, he's saying that he gains a lot of weight fairly easy. So he's probably someone that puts on a decent amount of muscle mass. So maybe he kind of naturally holds back, because maybe in his acting roles, it wouldn't be ideal if he gets really big and muscular, because not actors are meant to be like The Rock.
My breakfast is real simple. In the morning, I have a cup of steel-cut oats, possibly with some berries. Then I'll do 6 scrambled eggs. Usually I'll do sauteed onions or sweet peppers. For me, my breakfast with the steel-cut oats is very important, because my body uses those carbs to burn off when I work out in the morning, because I like to.
Okay, nice. So he isn't someone that likes to like skip breakfast in the morning and do something like fasting. He has a decent breakfast, which is probably going to keep him satiated for an extended period of time, help him prior to his workout, because it has nice slow digesting carbs in there, and he has a ton of protein as well. So if you guys are someone who's trying to lose body fat, try and incorporate protein in every meal. It's going to keep you satiated, and it's just going to help potentially stop you from like snacking and then overindulging because you're consuming so much protein throughout your diet. And of course, don't be afraid of carbs. As you can see, he's a Hollywood actor. He's trying to get in shape, and he's still eating his carbs.
I like to work out early, so I try to get those carbs in so I can burn them off when I'm lifting. My lunch is pretty big. I try to have my big meals in the middle of the day instead of later. So I'll do 2 or 3 grilled chicken cutlets, some cut vegetables with hummus, and a salad. I usually work out twice a day. I do weights in the morning, and then in the evening, I'll do just a 3 mile, 30-minute run. I'm not
Okay, nice. See.
really big on pre-workout or energy.
Okay, cool. So before he speaks about his pre-workout, he's very active, so he's burning quite a lot of calories. So that's something you guys can take into mind if you're trying to transform your physique. Make sure you are using, well, essentially leveraging activity to burn more calories, creating a larger calorie deficit. And the more active you are on top of your diet, with your diet as well, essentially is going to speed things up a little bit. You don't have to do 2 times a week 2 times a day when it comes to working out. Feel free to do once a day and maybe do some cardio as well. So maybe 60 minutes of exercise, 20 minutes of cardio, maybe 40 minutes of weights, 20 minutes of cardio.
Drinks, I feel like I don't need the boost, so I try to drink as much water as possible before and after going to the gym, and then have a nice protein shake afterwards. My protein shake is real simple. I do a scoop of vegan based protein, a tablespoon of powdered almond butter, so it cuts all the sugar out of it. I do almond milk and almond water. My big thing now is
cool. So what you can do if you're someone who's trying to like lose body fat and you want to ensure you're getting like enough protein in, you could use like protein powders as a way to help you hit your protein target, especially if you struggle to eat like enough like meat sources. Protein's a really great way to get a ton of protein in without hardly any calories inside of it. He keeps things very simple to try and keep calories really low. Instead of using maybe like blue milk, he'll use like almond milk. Almond milk is very low in calories, so that's really great.
collagen.
You don't need to, by the way, when it comes to like the protein, you don't need to try and get it immediately after the workout. A lot of people will believe in like the protein window. If you don't get it in immediately, it's going to destroy your gains. It really isn't, guys.
The collagen and the turmeric is more so for elasticity with the muscle. Dinner is usually a big piece of fish or a piece of chicken. I try to stay with lean protein. I'm really into bison and buffalo now. If I have to have red meat, or lamb is my favorite meat on earth. Or if I can go to my butcher and find something wild, like rabbit or something like that. And I do that with some brown rice, or quinoa is really big for me now. So I'll do that and make like a quinoa veggie saute. My meal plan is amazing.
Honestly, his meal plans, before he says anything about it, his meal plan's pretty damn good. Like, it's not your traditional celebrity diet that you'll see that they only eat just chicken and broccoli, like really plain ass foods. He's eating like some really nice foods in there. Like, obviously, he's not crazy creative, but it's pretty good. It's a pretty decent diet that anyone can follow. So feel free to take with some of the things he's mentioned. Just try and scale it down to your total calorie meals using a calorie calculator. To estimate how many calories you should be consuming throughout the day to help you be in a calorie deficit. But his diet's pretty good. We don't need to touch too much on it. I'll leave this video in the description box so you guys can check it out for yourself. Then when it comes to his actual building of his physique, bear in mind this guy's in his 40s as well. So those pictures I showed you guys is pretty damn impressive because he's in his 40s. And if we're being completely honest, he probably didn't lift weights before based on how his physique is looking. But he basically, what I was doing was lifting heavy weights, no cardio. That's what he was doing. He's trying to stack on a muscle mass. He's kind of a skinny slim guy. He's more on the slimmer side. So him doing cardio essentially is going to mean he needs to eat even more calories. And if he's someone who's naturally slim, odds are he struggles to consume enough calories anyway in the first place. So if he does cardio while he's lifting like weights or a ton of cardio, this means more calories, and maybe that's something he didn't want to have to try and get more calories if he struggles with. I would still recommend doing some form of cardio because it's good for your overall health. And as you gain that additional like weight, you want to be able to manage it quite well and not be getting out of breath really easily. So still try and do cardio because it really is going to help you. So let's see what else he mentions here. So he basically does like a bro split as well, from where I've gathered. So he would max out. I was doing chest and thighs, back and tries and shoulders. Then Friday would be legs, and I would start all over again. So yeah, it's like a standard routine. I was just consistently ripping the muscle, giving it 4 days to recover, then going back right to it. So yeah, basically a standard split where he'll give himself enough rest, then he'll go back to it then. Sorry, glitched out just then. Let's see what else. Let's see. He had, let's see, yeah. So when he wants to, let's see. So much for all the talk you hear today about total body workouts and high intensity interval training. When Mackie wants to muscle up, he heads the classic bro split, and there's a reason for that. They work, and they do work. You don't need to overcomplicate things. If you find something and you're really enjoying it and it's working for you, just keep doing it, because it's gonna keep building more muscle once you're just focusing on progressively getting stronger over and over again. So yeah, pretty standard stuff he does there. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Take away some of the tips that you feel are going to help you when it comes to building more muscle mass. Just remember, if you're on a slimmer side and you're trying to like build muscle mass and like lose body fat because you may be kind of skinny fat, you need to make sure you're focusing on progressively lifting heavier. You need to make sure you're focusing on being in some form of a calorie deficit at the same time. And essentially, because especially if you're new to lifting, you are going to build muscle mass. So like, don't worry about that. And that body fat will drop, and hopefully you can make some sick gains. In the link in the description box, I'm going to leave a nutrition blueprint that you can check out and download. And hit the thumbs up button, comment any suggestions you have on other videos. Catch you next one.